and really seconds away from the start of the second half. There's the whistle. Argentina now attacking from your left to your right. The Albiceleste, two-time World Cup champs, trailing Catalunya's select team. Sergio Garcia with the lone goal in this one alongside Lindsay Dina and Pablo Alsina. Match brought to you in 60x9. Otamendi comes out of the game. He's replaced by Nico Pareja. Now the back line of Argentina will be Papa, Pareja, De Michelis, and Alvarez, but we still expect more changes coming up. No changes for Catalunya, so they'll have their same 11 players. They can make up to 6 changes for this friendly.
There's the goal scorer.
Vanega warming up. Verdu playing up front along with Bojan. Verdu dropping back a bit more. Bojan really being the lone striker. But here comes Verdu. And of course the other striker being Garcia. Verdu plays for Espanyol.
Yeah, he started out in the Barca system at the B side. John Verdu.
Pastore wide with Lavesi. Higuain far right side. Corner kick for Argentina.
Really like Lavezzi in the last 15 minutes of the first half, excuse me, and the beginning of the second half. Just he's moving the ball and looking to play it quickly.
Throwing for Argentina. The crowd not making too much noise at the moment, enjoying their team with the lead. Plenty of Argentines in attendance as well. De Michelis, one of them being Diego Maradona, watching from the stands. Can't be too pleased with what he's been seeing here. A couple of bright spots though, but his team trails, and even if it's a friendly, no, Maradona does not want to lose. Cristian Alvarez. Alvarez. Argentina's been very weak with their set pieces. Should be a second yellow card in this game.
Well, you could hear it, couldn't you?
First time we see Gago on the screen, and it's not how he wants to be seen. The Real Madrid midfielder chopped down. Actually, was it Gago? Ponytail anymore for Gago. Hard foul.
That was Moises Hurtado. He's come on as well.
Yeah. From who he came in for. Hurtado with the yellow card. Alvarez on one side. Di Maria with the left foot. Di Maria chipping it in. Oh, good setup play, but Pujol, like always, getting a body in there. Again. Mistake by Alvarez. Very few fouls in the first half. Boys seem to be hitting a little bit more these second 45 minutes. Back over to Pozo.
You do notice in this match with these Catalunian players how quickly they get the ball down on the ground and they start playing passes on the ground. This is part of the Barcelona philosophy in a way.
So it was Piqué that was taken out for number 14, Hurtado. So both teams have made one substitution. Garcia. Papa. Di Maria. Pastore. Off to the races. Higuaín. Angel Di Maria. There's some good passing. The Benfica midfielder. Oh, he should have done better with that one. Di Maria can't believe it. Poor execution.
Well, everything's right again. Maybe you're dead on to shoot, but you've got teammates as well. Maybe should have just played this one to a teammate. Let's look again. He takes a look at the keeper maybe once or twice.
Great pass by Higuaín to Di Maria. No thinking, just boom, passing. That's what Maradona definitely wants to see. Better teamwork from the players up front. There's a strong tackle. And De Michelis goes into the books. So De Michelis with the first yellow card for Argentina. Hurtado picking up a yellow card this second half for Catalunya. Garcia. Papa. Pastore. Volati again with Pastore. Plenty of time left in this one. Both coaches can still make 5 more substitutions. You're surprised that they haven't made more at the start of the second half?
Yeah, just a little bit. I really am. I thought there'd be 2 changes apiece, maybe 3.
Xavi still in there, passing the ball off. Xavi just played the FIFA Club World Cup, yet 52 minutes in. He's still in there.
But he's so efficient. He is one of the most efficient players in the world, and what I mean by that is just there's no wasted energy from him. He collects, he plays, he moves to a new position, he collects, he plays.
.31-year-old Pozo at goal. Plays in Argentina for Colón. Blasted into the wall. Valdez. Got an email from Daniel Velez asking, is Argentina at full strength? Well, this is a friendly. They're not totally at full strength. For instance, Lionel Messi's already flying back to Buenos Aires. Slightly injured, so he's taking this game off. Lots of other stars not called up as well. But Lindsay, to answer Daniel Velez's question, this is still a legit Argentina team. There's tons of talent there. How do you think they fared?
Well, again, you've got a lot of players missing, but I think you've seen a couple of good things here that Maradona would like to see more of, and that is looking for combinations. Lavezzi, Higuaín, Di Maria. Not enough, but if they can work on that, it will bring more good things for them.
Back over to Valdez. Catalunya side set to make a substitution. Feel free to email your questions. Goal Premium at GoalTV. That's GOL Premium at goaltv.tv. Thoughts and comments welcomed as well. 55th minute, 1-0 Catalunya holding on. Thanks to that goal by Sergio Garcia. Bojan Krkic. Bojan by himself between three. Golazo if he scores, and he does. Goal! Bojan Krkic. Wonder Boy is at it again. 1-on-3 and the goalie. It doesn't matter to Bojan. What a goal. Catalunya putting on a show at the Camp Nou. Is it Catalunya or is it Barcelona? It doesn't matter. The Camp Nou is a rock and Bojan is scoring.
Well, he hits this ball with such absolute certainty. The power and the technique, an instep drive that is nailed. It's hard to believe that he'd be on the bench with any side, even the great Barcelona. But watch this run again. That little touch there, and then the authority with which he hits that ball is impressive. It's about a 25-yard run. He's got enough energy left to pounce on it.
The ball never goes further than 6 inches from that right foot. That's just way too beautiful. Only 19 years old, Lindsay. We've been talking about this kid forever. He's still only 19. He's still a teenager. Bojan makes it 2-0 for Catalunya. And Xavi has been taken out of the game. Sergio Gonzalez checked in, the player with the most caps for this Catalunya team, making his 13th appearance.
Blistering shot, wasn't it? I mean, he just keeps it low.
And where he wanted to put it, it was intended there between 4 players. But again, the Argentine weakness, their back line. They keep trying different formulas, trying to piece together a puzzle, but it's a puzzle with plenty of holes. And South Africa is only 6 months away, and I don't think any player is cemented as a starter in the 4-man back line for Argentina.
Well, that's definitely was one of the question marks that everyone was talking about through World Cup
Another
qualifying.
mistake, and here comes Catalunya again. Bojan, the yellow shoes flying. Krkic, and it's a save by Pozo. Turn on the lights and go home if Bojan would have knocked that one in there. Good work by the 31-year-old keeper. Bojan maybe tapped it a bit too far to knock it in there. Catalunya is putting on a show. Higuain, let's go back the other way. The Argentine 2-1. No. Knocked wide.
I think Oleguer, was it Oleguer that just got a piece of that? It was. The veteran comes back and just gets a little slice of the ball, or it would have been maybe 2-1. Good pass to Higuain.
Corner kick for Argentina. Albiceleste trying to get back into this game. Still plenty of time left. Ball sent across. Nothing doing. Higuain has had his chances to score. Had a header in the first half. Had a shot in the first half that went 10 yards too high. And then there, Oleguer from behind, knocking it wide for a corner. Verdu to Bojan.
Well, you're correct, Pablo. There was just too much room. Di Michelis there in the end backing in. But by then, there were 2 to 3 Argentine players who never responded quickly enough. Once a player runs in like that, you have to try to get goal side and force him to slow down, to cut the ball back, or to move to the outside.
What a great camera angle. He touched the ball 7 times inside the 18 alone. Tapping it, tapping it, tapping it, tapping it. Not an Argentine player in sight. Then he finally put it away. Here comes Papa. I think that's Di Maria into the hands of Valdez. Oh, this could get ugly. Here comes Catalunya with plenty of space. It's Verdu. Bojan waiting for the run to Bojan. Krkic. 1-on-3 again. Bojan. Finally, somebody puts in a leg. It's Martin Demichelis.
Argentina really stretched out here the last minute and a half. Big gap on the midfield.
Look at that. Oh. It's a shame that he plays for Barcelona, as in he doesn't get all the playing time, but how much is he learning from playing with the likes of Messi's, the Xavis? Whistle had already blown. Even veterans like Henry and now Ibrahimovic. And Bojan, to his credit, hasn't talked much, Lindsay. He's part of the team. He grew up with Barcelona. He's really paid his dues, paid his time. But when he plays, man, he is just amazing to watch. Higuain, the green shoes. Higuain, the step over. Higuain.
Well, it's going to be interesting in this second part of the season for Barcelona, whether Pep Guardiola is able to use Kirkic more, because when you see an electrifying goal like that, even though you have legendary players like Henry on your squad, you have to say, let's find some time for this young talent.
Then you also have Pedro, then you also have Jeffren, and then you also have, and the list keeps on and on and on. And unlike Real Madrid that spends a fortune, Barcelona
from within. Pedro.
Papa comes out. Did not like the match by number 3 Papa, replaced by number 11. Jesus Dátalo. Dátalo is in. Argentina getting more offensive minded. For Catalunya. Pujol is out.
Yeah, it's Oscar Serrano coming on. Midfield player for Racing Santander.
Here comes Argentina to Pastore. Knocked it wide to Higuain, who can control.
I guess if I had to say one thing about Argentina to this part of the match, is just the lack of continuity out there.
Di Maria, best player for Argentina in the first half. Drops it back, Pastore. He drops it back again. Pastore, one-timer, golazo! Goal! Pastore! We mentioned him. Talent, size, and there you just saw the power. Just 20 years old, plays for Palermo, and he flat out unleashed the laser. Argentina is back in the game. Pastore, the promise, becomes present time with that blast right there.
Well, it's funny, I mentioned continuity, but this, again, was a good combination. What did we say about Argentine players playing it to themselves? Di Maria plays it square. Pastore pops it up to himself. It hits a beautiful volley. Really, what a nice goal that was. And Dátalo just came on, and he placed the ball to his teammate for the goal. That was much better, though. Again, Di Maria started out, instead of just taking it and crossing it, he plays a simple square pass, another square pass, and a goal.
We said at the beginning, we expect this game to be fun, and, well, it has not disappointed. Fun it is, 2-1. Argentina wants to tie it up. Here comes Dátalo. Dátalo has Di Maria, but he holds it, brings it back. Good work all the way around, but finally no teammate opened up.
Great idea, though. Great work by Dátalo. Again, an immediate impact since he came on, Pablo. He was on only maybe for a minute or less. And you've got to say the legend's got to sit forward and take notice of that, because this is really what they were lacking for most of the match. If you look at their attacking play, 2 short passes, tremendous goal, really.
Well, in the first half, 2 names who kept coming up, Di Maria and Pastore, with Di Maria being a bit better. And in the second half, again, it's Di Maria and Pastore, with a missing ingredient being maybe Dátalo. We're saying we need a player to piece it all together, and so far it's number 11, at least this stretch of 2 minutes.
Definitely a big difference for me since he came on.
The balloon getting the best seat in the house, parking itself right in the center, and finally gets popped.
You just noticed with Datolo again, holding the ball, looking for teammates to get in position, that composure under pressure.
This might be Banega. But first, Catalunya with a substitution, and Bojan getting a well-deserved ovation. He did take a knock right after that goal.
What a performance.
Alvarez with a nice chest pass. There's a foul from behind.
Yeah, it's Ferran Corominas coming on for Bojan. That was Pastore again. And that's okay for me. He's under pressure. He's got his sole of his boot on the ball. He's trying to hold and look for passing lanes to open up.
So Higuain, a Real Madrid player, getting a little Real Madrid greeting. It's whistled out, and 19, Palermo comes in. Argentina is in South Africa 2010, partly because of the huge goal scored by Palermo in the World Cup qualifier against Peru. Peru tied the game late 1-1 in a severe rain downpour in Argentina. With just seconds left, Palermo, again with that huge goal, gave Argentina the 3 points. And then eventually, with the win in Uruguay, had Argentina in the World Cup.
Well, if I'm making a list, Maradona, his assistants, whomever, I'm going to put on the list of objectives or things to work on again. Combination play with Higuain. Something to try to work on.
At the top of the list, what am I going to do with my back line? Am I playing just 3? Am I playing 4? And if I'm playing 4, which 4 are they? Here comes Di Maria.
I think he's really got to think about playing 4. I really do.
Coro getting stepped on by Datolo. Sergio. Look at that pass. Over to Pastore. Pastore by himself. Pastore. Pastore. Pastore between two. Can't quite split the defense. You see from up above with his long stride and his black hair why they call him the Argentine Kaká. Here comes Coro. Coro, that's not called. And now he did. I think the referee's assistant told him, and yeah.
Well, that's kind of mysterious for me.
This angle looked like it was a PK. Looks in or down.
Yeah, he's got his knee up in him. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But I will say earlier on, again, Di Maria, clearly for me, there was contact from Victor Valdez.
And it is a penalty kick. The referee at first glance said no, play on. I think the referee's assistant said no, that's a PK. Well, Pozo, see if you can keep Argentina in the game.
I think that's Sergio, who hardly ever misses on penalties. We'll see.
Sergio Gonzalez. Catalunya takes a 3-1 lead. Absolutely no doubt about that one. Wink, a smile. Sergio knocking it in, and it's 3-1. Argentina fought back into the game, and Sergio from 12 paces gives the home side a 2-goal lead again, the most caps ever for this Catalunya select team, making his 13th appearance, far and away the most by anyone, and he taps in the PK.
Of course, he played for Espanyol and over 280 appearances for Deportivo, and always known as a player that doesn't miss penalties and very good on the set pieces.
No doubt about that one. 20 minutes to go. Another mistake in the back, Lindsay. We saw a mistake in the first goal by Sergio Garcia, then a mistake there. Foul, which leads to the PK. Back line of Argentina was embarrassed by Bojan. Bojan easily dancing around 4 players. In Argentina, you've got to fix your back line. Pastore trying to find Volati. Against Argentina again, ball wide, Di Maria, goal! Goal! Angel Di Maria, the Benfica midfielder. He came to play. He's missed twice, not a third. Di Maria knocks it in there, and it's Pastore and Di Maria, the only 2 players that are really standing out, the only 2 players to find the back of the net. Argentina is back in this one. Oh, the last 19 minutes are going to be exciting and fun, and Di Maria gets the pass from Lavezzi and does the rest.
Good pass by Lavezzi that time. Very quickly gets rid of it just in time. Di Maria, this time he's not wide. One of the things I love about this player, he keeps it low. He drives it into the far corner. If you're going to miss, don't miss high. And that time he doesn't miss at all.
Also have to mention Lavezzi, like the way he's played. Well, Maradona has seen some things he likes, some things not so much, but definitely on the like side is the play of the 21-year-old Di Maria and the 20-year-old Pastore. And also the young Lavezzi, only 24 years old. Here comes Pastore. Nice slide tackle by Hurtado. He's got to be careful. He's got a yellow card.
Well, I think some of the problems in the back are, let's just say, correctable. Again, position issues. But there's no doubt about it. They have to focus on being consistent in the back as Garcia comes off for Fernando Navarro.
Garcia scored the first goal of the game. Again, they can make 6 substitutions plus change their goalies. Getting a couple of emails, Lindsay, to goalpremium@goaltv.tv, asking about, is this Catalunya team the same as the Spain national team, or is the Spain national team using this Catalunya side to see some of their players? That is not the case at all. We'll explain exactly the situation after this play. And Lindsay, please answer the question and explain to viewers just tuning in what exactly this Catalunya side is.
Well, Catalunya is one of the autonomous regions of Spain. And they've kept their culture, their language, their history alive. And this is the Catalonian region national team, if you want to call it a region, which is definitely not the same as the Spanish national team. Sort of like if you took a region of the United States, maybe, for an example, New England, 6 states, and put together an all-star team. Well, they don't represent the United States. They represent New England, something analogous to that.
FIFA does not recognize Catalunya as a team. They've tried for decades and for years, have not been able to.
Well, I encourage anybody out there who has not read about the way that these autonomous regions are set up in Spain to just go online and start reading about them, because it's a fascinating history. Whether it's Andalusia, Catalunya, Galicia, as I mentioned, Basque country.
Ball sent in, header goal. What a ball in. And Catalunya is just having their way with the back line of Argentina. Another header, and it's all Catalunya. These are players get together for these matches, and it's Moises Hurtado that knocks it in there. But Lindsay, they look like they've been playing for years, and the Argentina back line looks simply lost. Too easy for Hurtado, and again, it's a 2-goal lead for Catalunya.
It definitely was too easy. Moises Hurtado. We'll wait for the replay. Here it is. I think that's Verdu again who serves in a nice ball, but where was the defense? Come on, let's be fair. He's wide open. The player is behind him. I think actually it's Di Michelis that ends up behind him.
Oh, he just falls asleep right there. He's trying to direct traffic, and he forgets about his own man.
It's almost like he had them together for 2 years, isn't it?
Well, it was 0-0 for a while. We said 1 goal and trust us, the floodgates would open. That's exactly what has happened here. Again, to finish up that Catalunya explanation, an email from Mohammed asking, why are Spain national players allowed to also play for Catalunya? Well, the players that play for Catalunya, such as, let's say, Carles Puyol, that plays also for Spain national team, they were born in this region. However, FIFA does not recognize Catalunya as a national side, which is why they play for their national team of Spain, and these, for all intents and purposes, are just friendlies. They've been playing friendlies for a long time. But again, this is not an official FIFA team, which is why they can also play for the Spain national team.
Same situation for the Basque side. They have a select team, or I don't think there's a big surprise that we've had 6 goals in the match, Pablo. We knew this was going to be free-flowing to a degree anyway, but
didn't make 6 substitutions, and the goalie, so Victor Valdez is out. A couple of great saves by Valdez. Can't blame him for the goals by Pastore. So Codina is in. Salvio in for Argentina. Eduardo Salvio, just 19 years old, plays for Lanús. Ball got away from Pastore. First international match for the Catalunya team was back in 1912. Lost that opening match to France. Again, they've been playing since 1912. Their last match before this one, they played friendly against Colombia in 2008. So again, in 2009, this is their only match, Lindsay, and they look like they are a well-oiled machine. Here comes Pastore. Argentina trying to creep back into this one, trying to save face. Di Maria. Nice chest control. Salvio to the middle. Bad pass. Johan Cruyff, on November of 2009, was named coach of this team.
definitely has not just been the Barcelona players that have shined in this match, right? I mean, look at the goal. Sergio Garcia. Hurtado.
Bojan. And the prettiest of all the goals, but defending is atrocious by Argentina. Not getting a handball there.
Well, that's one of the few times that we've seen a player from this Catalunya side step on the ball and then lift it in the air, because it's a nice little ball trick. They have this teaching, this philosophy of being just efficient. And the ball is on the ground and it's mostly short passes and then maybe one or two long passes in the air.
In the first half, very few fouls, very few goals. Second half, tons of goals, lots of fouls. Argentina only 4 fouls in the first half. They've committed 11 in the second half. Pastore out on the wing. With 9 to go. Volati, probably only the 3rd ball he's touched all game long. Jesus Datolo to the middle. Nice give and go. Di Maria gets brought down.
Good combination again. Now, he's going to get a yellow for this. But once again, Datolo Pablo is a creator kind of guy out there for them. And ever since he's come on, they're getting more of these short passes, these combinations going. That's the good thing.
He's not getting any of the calls. Now he started going down before getting touched. Referee got that one right. Flag came up. I don't know. Looks like he danced around it just right.
Yeah, he's a dangerous player, Oscar Serrano. We've seen him score quite a few goals in the last 10 minutes for his club side, Racing Santander, even though they've struggled for the most part this season.
Banega, who checked in. Look at the ball possession percentage. Catalunya ahead. Pastore drops it back. Play on. There's a very strong tackle.
Salvio.
Pareja.
Yeah, you're right.
All the leagues taking breaks for the end of the year. But we'll be back early as La Liga. Next round, round 16, getting underway. First weekend in January, so enjoy your new year and then make yourself comfortable. So we're back with more La Liga action. Weekend of January 2nd. Catalunya team celebrating. They beat Colombia 2-1 in their last match. The match before that, they lost to Argentina 1-0. Now that Argentina team was filled with lots of players for Argentina's Olympic roster, and Argentina came out on top 1-0. Catalunya getting some revenge. Now the foul's just mounting up on Argentina. Salvio gets whistled for the foul. Big plans for the New Year's, Lindsay?
Not for me. Just looking forward to La Liga, Bundesliga in 2010. Colombian football.
What New Year's resolutions do you give to Maradona and this Argentine national team? Ball crossed in. Looking for Palermo. Palermo, since he's checked in, he's not received one ball. He's great in the air. You can't do much if you don't find them.
It's still an ongoing process again for me, for Argentina, with all the talent, is to find that that balance that they're searching for.
Gets it taken away. And here comes Catalunya. Can they hang up 5? Serrano crosses to the middle. Volati. To Pozo. A player like Gago, Lindsay, he's getting no playing time with Real Madrid, and you're seeing how it's affecting him with the national team.
Dramatically, isn't it? Dramatic. He was pretty invisible. His confidence looked pretty shot.
But if he still doesn't play, if he doesn't get transferred elsewhere, if you're Maradona, do you have the confidence in putting him into a World Cup situation when you're not playing for your team?
I don't know. I mean, that is a very, very tough decision there.
That's why you see players like even Donovan, David Beckham, just keep it here. Players from Major League Soccer wanting to play in England, wanting to play in Italy. Ball chipped in and wide to be able to keep getting playing time. And David Beckham, Fabio Capello just flat out told him, if you don't play, I'm not calling you up. And I think Maradona needs to maybe think about doing something like that. These players not playing, you can't bring them in cold.
No, there's just too much of a slip in form to do that.
Still 6 months away. June 12th, Argentina's first match in the World Cup, taking on Nigeria.
Well, I do remember one thing that might provide some solace to our Argentine fans. And just remember, before the World Cup in 2006, how poor Germany, the host country, looked. I mean, they looked terrible. It was February. I think we did an exhibition match here on Gold TV. We're talking about it was the poorest performance by a German side we've ever seen. And as we all remember, things turned around a lot when the World Cup actually began. So
see if Argentina can get one more. Long range and just a bit outside.
Yeah, Lavezzi's played well. Now there's something positive to talk about right there. Lavezzi. Last part of the first half and most of the second half has been effective.
Back to your point on Germany, though. You can play bad and still win if your defense is at least solid. Italy wasn't great, but their defense was solid. Germany wasn't great, but they were good defensively. My fear with Argentina and being of Argentines is that problem, Lindsay.
But remember, the German defenders were very young at the time. I mean, Mertesacker was back there.
All drop back. Argentina trying to close out. Di Maria, nothing doing. Back over to Codina with the clear. Continue, Lindsay.
But the question is, I think, for me, is does Maradona have a system where these players can fit in? Because it seems, in qualifying at least looking back, that it was so disjointed at times. And they got the results because they have great players.
And they barely got the result. Argentina qualifying 4th, last of the direct berths into South Africa from South America.
But again, putting that in context, you know, it's, in my opinion, the toughest place to qualify for the World Cup anywhere on the planet.
Through ball. Di Maria. Di Maria trying to do the old figure 8. Wins it over to Jesus Datolo. Ball sent in, and somehow that is wide. It's been that type of a day, and yeah, Maradona, all you can do is laugh. And it's Lavezzi again, and oh, he's had tired conversations with himself about the goals he's missed on the day. Well, Lindsay, ended up being a fun match. Your closing thoughts on what you saw here from Catalunya and Argentina?
Just saw some great goals and, well, maybe some disappointing play from the Argentine players. But, again, there were some bright spots out there, I think, too.
Especially bright spots on this home team, Catalunya. Not recognized by FIFA, but boy, they gave their region lots of reasons to be proud. Jesus Datolo with a blast. It's Bruno controlling. Fans on the feet, they want one more. Serrano.
All right, just one touch got away from him a little bit there. Yeah, the bad hop, wasn't it? Hard to believe on that surface.
He must have hit the one pebble in all of the Camp Nou pitch. Of course, we invite you to stay with Goal TV the rest of the week. And through the New Year's, we have special editions of Goal TV News and the top 100 goals of the week. To see all our programming, www.goaltv.tv. Here comes Serrano again. Fans, they're greedy. They won 5 on the 2-time World Cup champs. Verdu. And that is it. Catalunya beats Argentina 4-2. Bojan Krkic scoring a magnificent goal. And the home team gets goals from Sergio Garcia, Bojan, the other Sergio on a penalty kick,